please take a moment in our customary fashion just to pause for a moment of reflection. Thank you. Welcome to the 18th Annual Celebration of Regional Growth Awards. Since 2006, the Lansing Regional Chamber of Commerce has recognized more than 80 organizations for their investments, totaling a combination of $4 billion. Celebration of Regional Growth Honorees have been the leaders in an ongoing transformation of the Lansing region. From small business tenacity to corridor connectivity, we are pleased to celebrate these 5 organizations today that are making a transformational impact in our community. So please make sure to share your congratulations via Twitter using hashtag CORG 2023. I would like to recognize today's sponsors, PNC Bank and Lewis Law, Celebration of Regional Growth Awards video sponsor, Consumers Energy, our Economic Club Series sponsor, Mid-Michigan Business Travel Coalition, and our printing sponsor, BRD. Event management sponsor is Premier Events, and our official AV and video partner is Message Makers. And of course, let's give a round of applause for everyone at the Kellogg Center that is going to be serving us a fantastic lunch today. Thank you again for joining us. Enjoy your lunch, and we'll start the program shortly.
Lansing Regional Chamber of Commerce, Tim Damon.
Thank you, and good afternoon, and as Michelle said, welcome to our 18th Annual Celebration of Regional Growth Program. It doesn't seem possible, it's been 18 years with this, but it's always one of the most rewarding programs that I think we have an opportunity of bringing everyone together and recognizing growth, investment, job creation, and all that positive economic momentum in our region. So I'm also, as we wind down the year, I always try to take this opportunity, and I always do, to recognize and thank Michelle Massey for her outstanding leadership in getting things organized and started to our Lansing neighborhoods. I know it's not easy, but we certainly appreciate everything that you do for us. So I'm also pleased to be representing the Mid-Michigan Business Travel Coalition today as well. As always, there's no shortage of excitement happening in Capital Region International Airport. Fall's in full swing and gearing up for a busy holiday travel season. Just last month, I can't believe it, I saw on the social media, and you probably all did as well, as a year ago at this time, we announced in the inaugural flight to Orlando from Avello. And it's hard to believe that it's been 1 year since the nonstop flights to Orlando. They're looking to add more opportunities as well, and to share those in the near future. But they're adding several additional flights from Lansing to Orlando. So the regular service, which is the Thursdays and Sundays, will continue. But in addition to that, Avello will offer the nonstop flights beginning on November 21st, November 28th, December 22nd, January 2nd, December 26th, I'm sorry, not the 22nd, December 26th, January 2nd, and January 9th. Those are all Tuesdays, so we'll give you an opportunity for additional flexibility and options as you plan your holiday travel. It's officially time to start planning those winter vacations as well. I know we talked a little bit about this in the warm weather escapes. I know we've had a beautiful fall, but we all know what's coming. Unfortunately, we'll be about January 27th through April 3rd in 2024. You'll once again be able to fly nonstop from Lansing to Cancun, Punta Cana, and Montego Bay. So visit Fly Lansing. There you go. Round of applause. Yes. Paula, I'm not doing this like you do. Paula's got this group of days. But fly nonstop from Lansing to Cancun, Punta Cana, and Montego Bay. And you can visit flylansing.com for more details on the 2024 international schedule. And finally, I mentioned I was up here representing the Mid-Michigan Business Travel Coalition. We are continuing to look for additional community support of our efforts as we help support and attract new air service into Lansing and into our region. If you want more information on the Mid-Michigan Business Travel Coalition, you can visit flylansing.com, fly LAN first, and that'll give you a little bit more about joining and what the mission of the Mid-Michigan Business Travel Coalition and how we work with Nicole and her team at the airport on growing air service here in our region. So we hope to see many of you at Lansing in the coming months, and remember to fly Lansing. As I said, this marks the the 18th year, and it is without question one of the most rewarding programs I think that we get to pull together every year. And 85 businesses I think are where we are through those first 17 years. We've talked about this, $4 billion in economic investment in our region over that time, and thousands of new jobs from the investment that we've seen. So today's honorees kind of reflect that diversity of our regional economy. We're seeing it not only in EV manufacturing, we're seeing it in biotech manufacturing, automotive R&D, financial services, healthcare, entrepreneurial initiatives, you name it. We got it from supply chain, logistics, and whatnot. I continue to maintain as one of the most diverse economies in our state. And I always had to take the opportunity as well. And I know that Bob and his team, they're over here, and I know that Bob and his team work extremely hard. So Bob and to your team, a big congratulations on a great year you guys have as well. Appreciate the partnership. So again, thank you all for joining us today. Thank you as well from the business community and all of you as business leaders and continuing to support Lansing and making this a great place to do business. So a couple of weeks ago, we had an opportunity to do something really cool and really exciting. We had an opportunity to join the U.S. Chamber in Washington, D.C. for the America's Top Small Business Summit. And on that trip, we actually flew Lansing, we had a direct flight into D.C., and we were on that flight with Elderly Instruments. And so I don't know that it's going to be any big surprise, but that night at the gala, Elderly Instruments was honored and recognized as America's top small business. It was very special to be there that evening and be part of that recognition and watch how that happened and the impact that had. And we're certainly happy to have Lillian stand with us here today. But we're going to show you a little video that they played that evening at the gala to give you a little bit more information on Elderly Instruments.
We have come a long way since 1972. My job is to continue to balance the old way with the new and making sure that good instruments go to great people. Community is kind of the backbone of Elderly Instruments. We really do pride ourselves on not only existing alongside the community or serving the community, but truly embedding ourselves within it. We're very lucky and we're very blessed. Our business survives on good energy and happy people, but when things seem to be going perfectly and everybody's happy, that's exactly when you should be looking at things and making sure that tweaks can be made or improvements can be found, and both of those things take a lot of hard work, but we're glad to do it.
If you guys could please stand, let's give them a well. So let's get on with today's program here. And I would like to take this opportunity again to thank PNC Bank and Loomis Law Firm for their continued support of this program. They have been longtime co-presenting sponsors, and Tim Salisbury and J.D. Anderton, thank you for that continued support. So at this time, I'm going to bring up J.D. Anderton with Loomis Law Firm.
All right. Every year at this event, we gather to celebrate investment in our community, which will drive the future growth and evolution of our area. However, this year, we at the Loomis Law Firm invite you to celebrate some news of our own evolution. Nearly 70 years ago, Plummer Snyder and George Loomis left the law firm of Foster, Snyder, Foster, and Loomis, which is now known as Foster Swift, to create what is now known as the Loomis Law Firm. We are pleased to announce that after being apart for nearly 70 years, most of the attorneys and staff of the Loomis Law Firm will be joining Foster Swift at the end of this month. Thank you. I'll take the murmur as though we should do this. I'm very excited to share this news with you, and I invite you to consider the benefits of combined strength and the resulting growth of Foster Swift to the greater Lansing business community. With this addition of the Loomis Law Firm attorneys, Foster Swift will have over 100 attorneys across the state and over 50 attorneys in the Downtown Lansing office alone. Foster Swift attorneys have broad expertise in the areas of law relevant to the business community, from startup and entity formation law to employer services, employment law, employee benefit issues, to mergers and acquisitions for almost any type of business, dealing with the purchasing and development of real estate, and of course, any litigation arising out of these matters. Our firm will also have one of the premier estate planning and estate administration groups anywhere in the state of Michigan to assist entrepreneurs and business leaders and their families. These areas and others are briefly described on the Foster Swift website, which you can access by scanning the QR code on the flyer that's on your table. To help us celebrate this exciting news, you will also find a special version of the Loomis Law Firm hat, with both the Foster Swift and Loomis logos on it. As we celebrate today's honorees and the continued growth of our region, I encourage you to celebrate our news as well, and how we can help contribute to the investment in and improvement of our region. Thanks. I'll turn the mic back over to Tim to introduce PNC, with whom we are pleased to co-sponsor this event again, and we congratulate Tim and his team on their efforts and the investments they've made in the community to help improve our region.
Thanks, JD, and that's some exciting news, breaking news as well. So congratulations. Tim Salisbury. Tim is a regional president with Mid-Michigan PNC Banks. Please join me in welcoming Tim.
Video tells our story way better than anything I could do. So I can't believe I'm the first one that's going to correct this. How many people are tired from staying in Breslin way too late last night to watch that game? It's early, right? I was told it was like a 1/16 March Madness game. It's a good time to learn right now. It's a lot less painful than losing that game in March. So we'll be all right. So go green. Go green. All right. So, I've got three things I want to do today. One, I want to get you further excited about our community. Two, I want to remind you about all my great colleagues from PNC Bank. And most importantly, I want to thank all of our companies, the leadership, and the employees and talent with the 5 companies we're recognizing today. So, as Tim mentioned, 18 years we've been doing this. I think PNC's been a sponsor all but one of those through that time. And I remember in those early years, Tim's like, yeah, we could probably do this for 2-3 years. We got enough stuff going on, right? You know, I've been in banking 35 years in this community, and I can remember there's times that you had to really scratch hard to see development going on here. You don't have to do that anymore. You don't have to drive far. You see cranes in the air. We have more stories that we debate back and forth as to who we're going to recognize every year. And this thing's going to go on for another decade or 2 decades, Tim. We've got no problem on, elderly instruments. Congratulations, it's phenomenal. We've got another former winner of Celebration Regional Growth, Capital Steel and Wire. Kelly Preston is en route to Palm Springs right now for the Entrepreneur of the Year celebration. She was a regional winner. All of those folks are coming together in Palm Springs to see who's going to be the National Entrepreneur of the Year. So we'll give good vibes to Kelly, and hopefully we'll bring more great news to the Lansing area. Loomis and Foster, two fantastic firms coming together. I couldn't be more proud. And our buddy Jack Davis is here, and he's proud of what you guys are doing. So thank you for that. All right, so that hopefully gets you a little more excited about the region and everything that's going on. As sponsor, the only thing I want to do regarding PNC is to remind you, I got fantastic team members over here. If you ever need anything personally or corporately, you need financial advice, you need capital, that's a fantastic team. So just keep us in mind. We'd be happy to help you anytime. And to our 5 companies, thank you for choosing to invest in Lansing. As I said, Lansing used to be a secret. It's been discovered. Fantastic community, great things to offer our employees, and again, we couldn't be prouder of ownership, leadership, and employees of these 5 companies. And the last thing I will say, since I'm not bringing April up here for MSUFCU, congratulations to the credit union. We are super proud of you to win. This is at least the 2nd, maybe 3rd time we've had you up here in 18 years. So. With that, you guys would much rather hear more videos and the success stories of these great 5 companies, so I'll get out of the way. Because I don't get to leave yet. So we're going to roll right into our first company, which I will use some notes for this. And there was a little bit of debate in the beginning of the event today, Roy, as to how to pronounce this. So Janet Lilly was trying to throw me a curveball. I'm trying to figure out. ATESTEO North America is going to be our first word winner, and then as I talked, it sounds like there's 2 different ways to pronounce ATESTEO, and I'm going to stick with the English version. So ATESTEO North America, global provider of testing services for EV drivetrains and components, the subsidiary of ATESTEO Group, based out of Germany. ATESTEO North America was established last year in 2022 to better serve existing and future customers in the U.S. They chose their first location in the U.S. to be East Lansing and will utilize test benches to test drivetrain systems and components. Let's hear more from ATESTEO.
ATESTEO is a German drivetrain testing specialist that serves the international automotive industries. We focus on the design and production validation testing that goes into new drivetrain technologies coming into market. This testing includes functional, durability, environmental, and NVH testing. And today, ATESTEO offers our customers over 200 test benches across Germany, China, and now USA. Once fully completed, the facility will total 35,000 square feet and have up to 24 test benches. As I was approached with the opportunity to lead this expansion, I also asked the question, why East Lansing? First and foremost, Michigan is already the global epicenter of automotive research, design, and innovation. The decision follows a business model that's been used by ATESTEO for the past 35 years, where they locate our testing facilities close to technical universities and vocational schools. This talent pool allows us to utilize students to run our test benches. Both our current and former CEOs started at the company as students running test benches. Many of the customers we work with today in both Germany and China have local U.S. operations in the Metro Detroit region. Our mid-Michigan location allows us to utilize local suppliers to secure all of the necessary materials and services we need. Then we have proximity to town. Michigan State University and Lansing Community College are both only 4 miles away from our facility. With Michigan State University, we focus on test bench engineers and NVH engineers. And with Lansing Community College, we focus on the skilled trade positions such as technicians and electricians. ATESTEO will invest over $25 million in the facility and create over 45 jobs in the upcoming years. Our vision is to be part of the East Lansing community for a very long time.
Now please welcome Roy Schuley.
Tim, and thank you to the Lansing Regional Chamber of Commerce for this award. So as you mentioned, you can pronounce ATESTEO a couple of ways. The English version is ATESTEO, and if you're German, you can say ATESTEO. So I'm going to repeat probably a lot that was contained in the video, but I wanted to just give you a brief company history. So we are a German drivetrain testing and calibration specialist that serves the international automotive communities. Although we are a startup in East Lansing, the company's been around for over 35 years. The company was founded in 1986 as a spin-off from the Technical University in Aachen, Germany, top university for automotive engineering in Germany. Back then, the company was known as the Gesellschaft für Industrieforschung MBN. And thankfully for our customers in USA, it was later renamed to ATESTEO. So, as I did mention in the video, I've been asked several times why East Lansing, and first and foremost, it's proximity. Proximity to our customers in the Metro Detroit region. We have the proximity to our supply chain to get all of the necessary materials and services we need. And then third, but not last but not least, we have the proximity to talent. As mentioned again, both Michigan State University and Lansing Community Colleges are only 4 miles from our facility. So looking to the future, ATESTEO will invest over $25 million in the facility and create over 45 jobs in the upcoming years. We have executed a long-term lease on the facility with an option to buy. So our vision is to be part of the Lansing community for a long time. And I'm also excited to say that starting next month, we will put the initial test bench into service. Again, thank you everyone for the recognition, and thank you for the award.
Michigan Community Capital is being honored for the Temple Lofts project, a nearly $10 million investment in an historic church located in Old Town. The Temple building was converted into a 5-story mixed-use building featuring office, retail space, and apartments. MCC has big goals to continue this work beyond the Temple building, with the goal of adding an additional 100 units of housing within a 2-block distance from the project. Let's hear more from Michigan Community Capital.
Our objectives at Michigan Community Capital are to make rural and urban communities in Michigan more competitive places to attract investment, jobs, and people. The Temple building is a fabulous example of the types of projects that we tackle. Our organization is relatively small, and we try to tackle 1 or 2 projects a year, and those projects have to have a lot of policy merit. It's a former African-American AME church, it's a former Methodist church. The church has been on this site for over 150 years. The issue is that in this neighborhood we have a really well-organized, well-run neighborhood association and lots of diverse retail businesses, but there are definitely some buildings in the neighborhood that are strategic impediments to additional private investment. It's a small building, so most developers would either pass on it, or if they liked the location, they would demolish the building and put a larger building here with more square feet. 3 developers have tried to redo this building in the past 15 years and failed. It's a natural cultural asset. It's been here for so long that it's a really part of the identity of the neighborhood, and so it's strategically important. And it'd be very difficult to redevelop the surrounding parcels with this building sitting vacant and unused and its future uncertain. And so for all of those reasons, it became a really good target for us. We've maximized the economic output of the building while maintaining its historic character. And in that process, we've actually taken a 2-story building, which is what this was, and turned it into a 5-story building without actually changing the height, the width, or the length of the building. 4 stories are housing, and that is mixed income and mixed use housing. When you talk about foot traffic and retail and housing all being mixed together in a walkable neighborhood, you need that diversity of income, the diversity of spending capacity, and the diversity of labor. We think the combination of uses actually keeps the building a community asset. What we want to see happen in Old Town is we want to see more investment, and we want to actually see denser investment and to see these investments catalyze the neighborhood. So we did have a lot of local input, which was really important. We worked with LEAP, we worked with the VRA, we worked with the neighborhood associations, and the city was a fantastic partner. The most important thing whenever you do a risky project like this is to have alignment between all the parties involved, and the state, the city, the neighborhood, and we are all in alignment, and that will allow us to continue to hold the building for a long time. We're only really interested in working on projects where it's a full team effort and everybody's going in the same direction, because we're not really doing them for us. We're doing them for the community.
Please welcome Eric Hanna, President and CEO of Michigan Community Capital.
I think that video pretty much said everything. I don't know what else I can say. Thank you guys for recognizing us. It's really important. I actually can tell you that we just got back from Los Angeles, where another of our buildings was recognized as a national ULI award-winning building, the Jack Kemp Award for Excellence in Workforce Housing. Workforce housing is one of the strategic targets we have. I can say that, I promise I was not paid to say this, but PNC Bank has been an incredible supporter of ours almost from the day I arrived at Michigan Community Capital. They're poised at the end of this year to be one of the largest bank supporters of our organization, and Doug Barcy on their team is on our board, and he's a huge asset to us. So we really appreciate PNC and their participation in the organization. We do have big plans for Old Town. We really like investing in Lansing. It is a diverse economy, and that's really important. We think that there's a lack of investment in a number of the neighborhoods in Lansing, and in this particular situation, you know, we use the power of our balance sheet to underwrite the Temple building, and we made some long-term investments there, and we do have other projects planned, but projects like that only happen with support from the community. So I'll do a shameless plug this morning and say, if you're a business in this community and you want to continue to see the neighborhood grow and thrive, we are a public charity and a nonprofit corporation, and we do work with a lot of philanthropy, a lot of corporate social responsibility funds, and a lot of banks under the Community Reinvestment Act, and we are interested in talking to you because we have big plans and resources are tight, and real estate development in the last 6 months has been pretty choppy, as most of you can probably attest. So really appreciate the recognition today. Thank you so much, and that's it.
Michigan State University Federal Credit Union is being honored for the construction of its transformational East Lansing branch, located at 311 Abbott. This innovative office building offers sit-down desks rather than a traditional teleline, and has an exhibit space where local artwork and other projects can be featured, a demo space for the lab at MSUFCU, leasable space, and a community room. Let's hear more from MSUFCU.
From our origins, the East Lansing and MSU community is where MSUFCU wants to be, should be, and our membership is really part of the community.
We at MSU Federal Credit Union have a strategic growth initiative of growing our branches. We look to put branches where our members currently exist so that we can provide more products, more services accessible at their fingertips, and also so that we can support potential members. We were able to partner with the City of East Lansing, and we talked about locating a branch in this location.
We wanted a branch that's walkable, an urban setting for us. It's something our employees want, and we think the value it's added, will add, and has added to the community is very critical.
So we have the opportunity to think bigger than just a branch location. The board of directors, very enthusiastic and supportive of being able to build above the branch and to utilize the building for future growth. And so when we really look at that branch, we're really looking at both the community, but also the campus. Being able to really build relationships with the students, offering them products and services that are specific to their current place in life, but also building a foundation so that as they move through life, whether it's to get a new auto, starting a new family, maybe a new mortgage, that they'll be able to come back to us and we'll be able to be that partner for them throughout their life. The space is located in Downtown East Lansing. What appeals to us, of course, is our ongoing partnership with Michigan State University. Literally, the location is 2 blocks away from campus. There's local hotels nearby. If you come to our building, you can be on the 7th floor. You can see into Spartan Stadium. You can see the city's capital.
The building is 112 foot tall. It is about 86,000 square feet. The upper floors have wonderful panoramic views. It's just a really gorgeous place.
So the physical space is really significant in impacting our business positively, but also creating an intersection with Michigan State University, East Lansing, and moving into the Lansing region. So with any building project, it is many, many people and organizations coming together to really create this vision.
We worked very closely with our partners in the planning department and the Downtown Development Authority to help plan logistics around the building, and Granger Construction to help coordinate all of the construction.
The architect was Newman Smith.
Our interior designer, Shayna Yax, was really instrumental in helping us design a lot of the building interiors.
The building now is being activated in new ways to support the community, and we're really excited about what we see happening in the building.
We're committed, we're invested in this community that we're in.
I think the credit union is a great partner to the city, and looking forward to the future we have together.
Please welcome April Clovis, President and CEO of MSUFCU.
Thank you, everyone. I did tease Tim and ask him if he was going to be the one presenting our award, so thank you to PNC. Actually, I hear it a lot, I'm sure Tim hears a lot. I actually have a philosophy that we all need to come together in this community, and that Tim and I are not competitors, we are partners in lifting up the region where we live, and it takes not just one financial institution to be able to create and provide capital to all of you and your businesses. So I know he joked and I joke, but it really is a great partnership in this region. As our video demonstrated, there are many, many people that make what the credit union does in our community possible. And so I'll first start with our board of directors. I have 2 members of our board here today, Angela Brown and Janet Lilly, who is our vice chair, are here today. What I talked about in the video is very true. When the city of East Lansing came to us to partner on this location, it was, well, we'll just move our branch, which had always been in Downtown East Lansing. We'll actually own the property, we won't lease. And I had a board member ask, why wouldn't we just make it a really big building? And at that time it seemed great. I thought I'd fill it with a lot of people working physically in the office every day. And we all know that's not today's reality post-pandemic while we were building a building. But what I think actually happened is something more unique in that building, and that we have a new vision for the building. And I hope that you all will get to experience that with us in the future. So things that will be located in the building. Obviously we have a branch, we have a very lovely community room that will host several hundred people for events that we share with our region. But we also will have a co-working space. When we talked with Michigan State University, it was really important when they have visitors come to campus that they have a place to be able to work during the day. And so we have a co-working space, we have an exhibition space, we have also some leased partners in the building, because now micro office space is at a premium and we have the ability to customize that. So the building actually, I think, will activate the Downtown East Lansing more than the original vision of that we would grow office working into that building. So it really is going to be a full service community experience. And I think that's what the region is needing today. So before I leave, I would like to say my thank yous. Several of the folks were in the video, and you saw them in the video, but Greg DePong is our board chair. He was not able to join us today. Erin Bodell and her team is our internal infrastructure planning and facilities, and they always do an incredible job. And so they are with us today, Shana Yax and Waltz Wyderko. Everyone in the town knows that we utilize Granger to be our partner for the last 10 plus years. So thank you to Jeff Tooley and Ben LeBlanc. And then we have a team from Newman Smith and as well as our architects. So thank you very much for everything that happens in this region. Our goal is to work together with each and every one of you to lift the region, and that doesn't happen alone. So thank you for honoring us today and being our partner in the region.
From our origins, the East Lansing and MSU community is where MSUFCU wants to be, should be, and our membership is really part of the community.
We at MSU Federal Credit Union have a strategic growth initiative of growing our branches. We look to put branches where our members currently exist so that we can provide more products, more services accessible at their fingertips, and also so that we can support potential members. We were able to partner with the City of East Lansing, and we talked about locating a branch in this location.
We wanted a branch that's walkable, an urban setting for us. It's something our employees want, and we think the value it's added, will add, and has added to the community is very critical.
So we have the opportunity to think bigger than just a branch location. The board of directors, very enthusiastic and supportive of being able to build above the branch and to utilize the building for future growth. And so when we really look at that branch, we're really looking at both the community, but also the campus. Being able to really build relationships with the students, offering them products and services that are specific to their current place in life, but also building a foundation so that as they move through life, whether it's to get a new auto, starting a new family, maybe a new mortgage, that they'll be able to come back to us and we'll be able to be that partner for them throughout their life. The space is located in Downtown East Lansing. What appeals to us, of course, is our ongoing partnership with Michigan State University. Literally, the location is 2 blocks away from campus. There's local hotels nearby. If you come to our building, you would be on the 7th floor. You can see into Spartan Stadium. You can see the city's capital.
The building is 112 foot tall. It is about 86,000 square feet. The upper floors have wonderful panoramic views. It's just a really gorgeous place.
So the physical space is really significant in impacting our business positively, but also creating an intersection with Michigan State University, East Lansing, and moving into the Lansing region. So with any building project, it is many, many people and organizations coming together to really create this vision.
We worked very closely with our partners in the planning department and the Downtown Development Authority to help plan logistics around the building, and Granger Construction to help coordinate all of the construction.
The architect was Newman Smith.
Our interior designer, Shana Yax, was really instrumental in helping us design a lot of the building interiors.
The building now is being activated in new ways to support the community, and we're really excited about what we see happening in the building. We're committed, we're invested in this community that we're in.
I think the credit union is a great partner to the city, and looking forward to the future we have together.
Please welcome April Clovis, President and CEO of MSUFCU.
Thank you, everyone. I did tease Tim and ask him if he was going to be the one presenting our award, so thank you to PNC. Actually, I hear it a lot, I'm sure Tim hears it a lot. I actually have a philosophy that we all need to come together in this community, and that Tim and I are not competitors, we are partners in lifting up the region where we live, and it takes not just one financial institution, to be able to create and provide capital to all of you and your businesses. So I know he joked and I joke, but it really is a great partnership in this region. As our video demonstrated, there are many, many people that make what the credit union does in our community possible. And so I'll first start with our board of directors. I have two members of our board here today, Angela Brown and Janet Lilly, who is our vice chair, are here today. What I talked about in the video is very true. When the city of East Lansing came to us to partner on this location, it was, well, we'll just move our branch, which had always been in downtown East Lansing. We'll actually own the property, we won't lease. And I had a board member ask, why wouldn't we just make it a really big building? And at that time, it seemed great. I thought I'd fill it with a lot of people working physically in the office every day. And we all know that's not today's reality post-pandemic while we were building a building. But what I think actually happened is something more unique in that building, and that we have a new vision for the building. And I hope that you all will get to experience that with us in the future. So things that will be located in the building. Obviously we have a branch. We have a very lovely community room that will host several hundred people for events that we share with our region. But we also will have a co-working space. When we talked with Michigan State University, it was really important when they have visitors come to campus that they had a place to be able to work during the day. And so we have a co-working space. We have an exhibition space. We have also some leased partners in the building, because now micro office space is at a premium and we have the ability to customize that. So the building actually, I think, will activate the downtown East Lansing more than the original vision of that we would grow office working into that building. So it really is going to be a full service community experience. And I think that's what the region is needing today. So before I leave, I would like to say my thank yous. Several of the folks were in the video, and you saw them in the video, but Greg DePong is our board chair. He was not able to join us today. Erin Bodell and her team is our internal infrastructure planning and facilities, and they always do an incredible job. And so they're with us today, Shana Yax and Waltz Wyderko. Everyone in the town knows that we utilize Granger to be our partner for the last 10 plus years, so thank you to Jeff Tooley and Ben LeBlanc. And then we have a team from Newman Smith, and as well as our architects. So thank you very much for everything that happens in this region. Our goal is to work together with each and every one of you to lift the region, and that doesn't happen alone. So thank you for honoring us today and being our partner in the region.
April told me she was going to be quick. Congratulations. All right, I love multiple time winners, right? MSUFCU's multiple, I think I mentioned that earlier. We have another one that Lansing and Neogen just kind of go together. They've grown up together, and it's a phenomenal story. And Neogen's being recognized this year for its latest hometown expansion. $70 million investment in their Lansing food safety facility. The expansion is going to be centered around the construction of a 3-story dedicated manufacturing building that's going to be adjacent to other Neogen facilities. The expansion is going to create between 60 and 100 new jobs in the Lansing region. Let's hear more from Neogen.
Neogen is committed to fueling a brighter future for global food security through the advancement of human and animal well-being. This new facility will make it easier for us to harness the power of science and technology to develop and provide comprehensive solutions across the global food chain. Neogen was founded in 1982. Our first offices were in Lansing. We have grown and we're continuing to grow. We now have a presence in over 140 countries, and our global employee headcount is over 2,800 employees. With our growth, we need to expand our food safety facilities in Lansing.
Neogen has a long history here within Lansing. The purpose of the building as we launched into the project was, first we were looking to consolidate our manufacturing locations here in the Lansing area.
Our expansion is centered around the construction of a 3-story dedicated manufactured building located on East Shiawassee Street, adjacent to our other Neogen facilities. The 175,000 square foot space represents the company's investment in new manufacturing, new equipment, and laboratory equipment for the test and release of products.
So being that good community partner, this project is going to bring new manufacturing jobs up to between 60 to 100 new jobs over the next 5 years to the community. And then it is a kind of an anchor ship, we feel, to the downtown area, bringing manufacturing back to the downtown area. As you look at the downtown Lansing area, the advantages that we feel is that we're close to a lot of entertainment, downtown shopping with the new marketplace that went in. We've got sports entertainment downtown. So really it's the activity and the opportunities for our employees in the downtown Lansing area that attracts us here.
Our total investment will be north of $100 million in total. We want to be sure to extend thanks to those who worked with us, including Lansing Economic Area Partnership, LEAP, LEDC, MEDC, the Lansing Mayor's Office, Lansing City Council, Michigan Strategic Funds, MAP, Chrisman, HED, and Tritera. Without all of you, none of this would be possible. This expansion, along with the successful merger of 3M's former food safety business, along with our existing operations, will lead Neogen into a new era of growth.
Neogen's overall mission to advance the food security globally. This project and the new facility, really zeroes in on what this means. We're bringing those core technologies here to the state of Michigan and to Lansing that's going to be advancing our food security.
Please join me in welcoming Julie Mann to the stage.
Hello, everyone. You'll be glad to know I have notes. On behalf of Neogen and the leadership team, I want to thank you for awarding Neogen this growth award today. Our Neogen leadership team, our entire team, really hope to be here. But if you know much about Neogen, we have a couple of things going on. So if anybody's been through an SAP implementation, I could drop the mic probably right there. Add on an expansion, and then add in a large acquisition at the same time. The team's a little bit busy. So I'm honored to say that I was able to come to accept the award as a born and raised Lansing JW Sexton graduate. Go Jay Dubs. So I'm glad to be here to accept the award. Neogen has been a long-standing partner in the Lansing community, and our earlier days started as a brainchild out of the Michigan State University. Over the past years, we have been very proud to be a part of the Lansing community and to have our corporate headquarters here. This project remains on track. We're excited to say that the completion of the major building construction is expected in December of this year, and there'll be a lot of activity as we continue into 2024 with bringing in equipment, operations, and hiring. The video talked about the commitment from an investment standpoint of view. It's going to be north of $1 million, and we'll be bringing in over 100 new jobs to the area. And anybody, again, who knows me, I want to talk about talent. That's exciting stuff. So I want to thank, personally, LEAP, LEDC, MEDC, the Lansing's Mayor's Office, Lansing City Council, Michigan Strategic Fund, MAP, Chrisman, HED, and Tritera for all of the collaboration through this project. I know we said it on the video, but they're important team partners, and we wouldn't seriously not be here without them. So I want to end on one thing, because many people say, what does Neogen really do? So for all of you who had lunch today, and for all of you who hopefully don't get sick from lunch today, you're welcome. Thank you, Jerry.
Well done, Julie. And, for a numbers guy, I only had $70 million in the investment. We'll give you one award for that. We should probably have two, Tim, for $100 million. Multiplied by 30. All right, last but not least, another multiple-time winner, the Shift Group. Shift Group was selected for its decision to invest in the expansion of the company's facilities in Charlotte. to enable the production of commercial electric vehicles for its Blue Arc EV Solutions brand, which they launched last year. Shift will be investing approximately $16 million, and maybe that 16 will be 30 by the time they get up here, and in improvements to their facilities and new equipment. This investment gives Shift the capacity to be able to produce 3,000 EVs. Let's hear more from Shift.
Leap and the Shift Group have had a long-standing relationship, and especially working through their expansion programs over the past few years.
When you look at the Shift Group and the history that we have, we're a very proud Michigan company. The company was founded in Charlotte about 50 years ago, and so we've done a great job growing in the community with fantastic partners. And so when we made the decision to invest in Blue Arc, we definitely explored other areas, but it was natural for us to continue to expand given the regional partnerships that we have, the skilled workforce, and the infrastructure that exists.
It's over a $60 million investment, along with 600 jobs in the manufacturing sector. We're really excited about this because it really secures Lansing Region's position further in the EV battery sector. We see that as a growing industry, and we know that the products that Shift Group is providing through the Blue Arc project specific to this expansion is really going to help that stronghold.
We expect to be able to build up to 3,000 Blue Arc vehicles coming out of this updated facility that we have, which again contributes more than $500 million of revenue in the coming years. With the growth that we expect Blue Arc to bring, we would expect to see incremental headcount, not only from an hourly workforce perspective, but also high-tech engineering jobs, quality control managers, manufacturing leadership, procurement, and the list goes on and on.
We have a place to play here in the EV battery space, and we see that as a growing investment by multiple companies, including the Shift Group, and we really are happy to see that and proud to have Shift Group here in our region.
We've had great relationships with LEAP, with MEDC over time, as well as partnerships with local community colleges and universities, and so we continue to look to expand that. We're a very proud Michigan company. It is home for us. It's been great to us. We've gone from $0 to $1 billion over that period of time, and we'll continue to look to invest and take advantage of the opportunities that Michigan presents.
Colin Hinman, Chief Human Resources.
The HR guy.
HR guy.
I wasn't told I was going to speak, and I have no notes, and I still feel good after lunch, so thank you very much. But no, it's great to be up here on behalf of over 3,000 employees. We appreciate being recognized as such a great participant in this community. It's been fantastic for me. I joined the Shift organization in June of 2020 as we started to evolve from what many of you might have known, the Spartan Motors. We sold that and divested that business in early 2020. And really started into a transformational phase in our organization, focusing on walk-in vans, truck body manufacturing, as well as maintaining our footprint in Charlotte. Even though we sold off that business in Charlotte, we continue to commit to the community. We know there's a great workforce there. We continue to leverage that workforce. And we're excited to actually launch our Blue Arc manufacturing in that location. But we also have a lot of other great things in that location. We do a lot of RV chassis manufacturing. And also we do a lot of contract manufacturing with Isuzu there as well. So we have a lot of other employees and additional investment that we make in that community as well. So on behalf of our organization, thanks to LEAP, MEDC, this event, we do appreciate it. We look forward to a long-term commitment in this community and growing it even further. So thank you very much.
Well, congratulations again to all of our recipients. Thank you for your continued support and investment in our region. And Tim and JV, thank you again for the strong partnership we have and great job on the awards portion of the program. Reliable, affordable, and environmentally responsible energy are all important location criteria and factors in supporting economic development, investment, and growth in any region. And we're pleased to have Consumers Energy as our video sponsor for today. If you could please join me in welcoming Jessica Tramontana, Community Affairs Manager with Consumers Energy.
Michigan is already the global epicenter of automotive research, design, and innovation.
we're bringing those core technologies here to the state of Michigan.
We're committed, we're invested in this community that we're in.
It is home for us. It's been great to us. We've gone from $0 to $1 billion over that period of time.
It's over a $60 million investment.
Over $25 million in the facility.
Our total investment will be north of $100 million.
So we did have a lot of local input. We worked with LEAP, and the city was a fantastic partner.
Our entire goal is always to be a great community partner.
The investment in the community where we can all be stronger together.
Our local communities are also being supported by these new jobs that are being created.
Our vision is to be part of the East Lansing community for a very long time.
Because we're not really doing them for us. We're doing them for the community.
Without all of you, none of this would be possible.
Well, if that doesn't make you feel good about our community, I don't know what will. Because we have an opportunity to not only congratulate the winners today, but every one of them talked about how our community helps support them. So without all of us together, we really would not have the economic development that we have today. So as much as we applaud the award winners, each one of you deserves a round of applause for supporting these businesses and these institutions to help them become greater and invest more in our community. But we all have a role to play in making sure that we continue these awards and we can continue with the investment that we make in our community. So again, I want to congratulate ATESTEO, Michigan Community Capital, Michigan State Federal Credit Union, Neogen, and Shift Group, the sponsors that make this possible each and every year. And we get a warm lunch today, which we all have to appreciate. Loomis Law and PNC for their support and being foundational in the success of this program and the continued recognition for what goes on in our community. Our video sponsor, Consumers Energy, we should all really feel good that when the next storm comes, we know that they are on it. Our printing sponsor, BRD, our Lansing Economic Series Club sponsor, Mid-Michigan Business Travel Coalition. You would think that after all these years, I would have this down by heart by now, but I'm working on it. And our event management sponsor, Michigan Premier Events, our official AV and video partner, Message Makers. Now don't forget, we are going to have our next Economic Club meeting, the last one for the year, on Tuesday, December the 12th. And we are going to feature David Bonson from Bonson Group, and he will give us an outlook on the 2024 economy. So we look forward to seeing you on the 12th. Have a wonderful day and have a blessed week.